Now, Shariq Rizvi is a member of the youth community at the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association in Sheffield. Forgive me if I've said that wrong.
No, that's right, yeah.
Shariq, just give me your reaction, first of all, when you heard this news and how you feel today.
All right, well, thanks for having me, first of all. My reaction is just the same as any other humans. It's one of sadness and really despair that this just keeps happening. It's not the first time in recent years, and it's too regular an occurrence. And obviously, thoughts and prayers are with those affected and their families. And you know, as a Muslim, as a young guy, it's I have to just wholeheartedly condemn this kind of attack. It's heinous. It's disgusting. It's just not. There's no place for it in a modern society, really. And the fact that it keeps happening is just very, very saddening.
And you're right, of course, you feel the same as any other decent human being walking around when you hear news like this. But how much does it make you worry about a backlash against Muslims when this kind of thing happens?
Obviously, you know, it's only natural for there to be a backlash because it's occasions like this that get people thinking about the potential causes and the background of stuff like this. But it's sad to see the hard work of so many young Muslims, you know, across the country. You know, they do a lot for society. They put forward a peaceful message. They give the true picture of Islam. And then for somebody to just go and do something like this that just undoes all that hard work in an instant. You know, for example, my community, we go out, we do blood donations regularly. We feed homeless people all the time. We serve them food. We plant thousands of trees every year. In fact, on Saturday, we've got a charity walk in Cumbria, and we'll be raising six-figure sums as we do every year. You know, it's this kind of stuff that we do regularly.
Sure.
And then for somebody to just go and really just damage that image within a split second, it's really disheartening sometimes.
So what is it about these extremists that make them think they can attach themselves to your religion? I'm sure that's a question you can't answer, but
it is difficult to answer that really categorically. But I think that the trouble is with Islam, it's open to interpretation, and it's a peaceful religion, but some people just take it upon themselves to destroy that teaching. And obviously, you have to look at where that's coming from. I think, aside from the government's natural responsibility in this country to perhaps control things a bit more, I think the community itself has a massive responsibility and a big role to play in this. You know, there are obviously these people, they live in our countries, they go to the same shops that we do, they're literally in the same society and environment as we are, and there are signs that these people must show, and we have to pick up on that, and this is the only way that we can really deal with this problem. You know, mosques have a responsibility to engage their youth in more positive things, to keep them away from this kind of stuff, and really channel their attitude towards positive things and positive outcomes rather than this kind of behaviour.
Because absolutely, a terrorist can come in any age, any race, any background. But what we have seen is a lot of young men who've become disaffected with society around them. They've become radicalised. We need to stop that happening, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the government, I think, has noticed this and perhaps should continue to control and add more measures in mosques and really try to have a bigger say in this kind of thing. I think a lot of people really, you know, for example, you look at the people who go to Syria and then they go abroad, they go and fight, and then they are allowed to come back. I mean, Sadiq Khan was questioned on this not too long ago, and you know, the mayor of London, and he openly admitted that half of the people that come back to this country, we don't know where they are, we can't control, we don't know who they are, we don't know where they live. And it's this kind of thing. It's just the fact that you have to really, this is a problem that's growing and growing, and you know, members of my community often, we're really saddened by this. I mean, we plan to hold a minute's silence on Sunday, because of this, and we did it when it happened in Manchester, we did it when it happened in Paris, and you know, we were there, we were vocal, trying to tell people that this isn't Islam. You know, the true picture of Islam is one of peace. I mean, one of the most famous sayings in Islam is, if you are to kill one innocent person, it's as if you've killed the whole of mankind. And, you know, this is the spirit that's enshrined in me and enshrined in people of my community. And for people to distort that as openly as they have done, it's really, really saddening.
Well, there is an article out today suggesting a different kind of structure. Do you think that would help?
I think so. Yeah, I think it can't. There's no one answer to this problem. It's complicated, but what what it does involve is it has to involve people working together. It has to be a cohesive project. It has to be a solid structure of governments, of individuals, of support groups, of mosques, of communities working together towards
almost a more organised structure.
Yeah, it has to be more organised.
Rather than being independent.
Yeah. I mean, with independence, it's all great. You do things by yourself, but then you have to have a network of organisation, of like a really solid method of coming to good practice in this way.
And you mentioned some of the great things that you and other people from your community are going to be doing over the next few weeks. Just tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, we've got a lot planned. I mean, this isn't just this month. We do this all year round. I mean,
sure.
we do it seasonally. We tree plant when the weather's good. We feed the homeless regularly all year round, particularly in winter, when it's harsher winters and they're out in the cold. But yeah, I think the poppy appeal, we do that every year as well. We're selling poppies, we're out on the streets, we're holding peace conferences and symposiums all the time, all over the country. And you know, we're a growing community, and we want to really put this image of Islam forward and make sure that everybody knows that these people who go out and commit these atrocities, they're not representing the true image, and that Islam is a peaceful religion, one of cohesiveness, one of brotherhood. And that's really the image we're trying to put forward by doing all these activities.
Shariq, Rizvi, a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.